Welcome, everyone, to a journey into the art of forgiveness, a practice that can transform your life, heal deep wounds, and foster peace within yourself and with others. Today, we're diving into what forgiveness really means, why it's so powerful, and how you can embrace it to find freedom and connection. Let's explore this together in a way that's real, practical, and deeply human. Forgiveness is often misunderstood. It's not about excusing harmful behavior or pretending everything is okay. It's not a sign of weakness or letting someone off the hook. Instead, forgiveness is an act of strength, a conscious choice to release the burden of resentment, anger, or pain that holds you back. It's about reclaiming your peace and taking control of your emotional well-being. When you forgive, you're not necessarily doing it for the other person. You're doing it for yourself. You're choosing to let go of the weight that keeps you tethered to the past. So, why is forgiveness so important? Holding on to grudges or pain is like carrying a heavy backpack everywhere you go. It drains your energy, clouds your perspective, and can even affect your physical health. Studies have shown that harboring resentment can increase stress levels, elevate blood pressure, and weaken your immune system. On the other hand, forgiveness has been linked to lower stress, better mental health, and even improved relationships. It's like setting down that backpack and feeling the lightness of freedom. But let's be honest, forgiveness isn't always easy. Sometimes the hurt runs deep. Whether it's from a betrayal, a harsh word, or even something you've done to yourself. The pain can feel like a part of you, and letting it go might seem like losing a piece of your story. That's okay. Forgiveness doesn't mean you have to rush or force it. It's a process, and it starts with understanding the pain and giving yourself permission to feel it. Let's start with forgiving others. Imagine someone in your life who has hurt you. Maybe it was a friend who broke your trust, a family member who said something cutting, or a colleague who undermined you. The first step is to acknowledge the hurt. Don't push it away or pretend it didn't happen. Sit with it for a moment. What did it make you feel? Angry? Betrayed? Sad? Naming those emotions is powerful because it helps you understand what you're carrying. Next, try to see the other person as human. This doesn't mean excusing their actions, but recognizing that people often act out of their own pain, fear, or ignorance. Maybe that friend who betrayed you was struggling with their own insecurities. Maybe that family member was repeating patterns they learned long ago. Seeing their humanity doesn't erase the hurt, but it can soften the edges of your anger and make it easier to let go. Now here's a practical step. Write a letter. You don't have to send it. This is for you. Pour out everything you feel about what happened. Be raw. Be honest. Then, when you're ready, write a second part where you express your intention to forgive. You might say something like, I choose to let go of this anger because I deserve peace. This act of writing can be incredibly cathartic. It's like giving your pain a voice and then gently releasing it. Another powerful tool is empathy. Try to put yourself in the other person's shoes, even just for a moment. Ask yourself, what might they have been going through? What led them to act the way they did? This doesn't justify their actions, but it helps you see the bigger picture. Empathy can loosen the grip of resentment and open the door to forgiveness. But what about when the person you need to forgive is yourself? Self-forgiveness is often the hardest kind. Maybe you made a mistake that hurt someone else, or maybe you're carrying guilt for not living up to your own expectations. The truth is, we're all imperfect. We all mess up, and holding on to self-blame can keep you stuck in a cycle of shame. To forgive yourself, start by acknowledging what happened. Be honest about your role in it, but don't let it define you. You are not your mistakes. Reflect on what you've learned from the experience. How has it made you wiser or stronger? Then offer yourself the same compassion you would offer a dear friend. If your best friend came to you with the same mistake, what would you say to them? You'd probably tell them they're human, that they're doing their best, and that they deserve to move forward. Say those same words to yourself. A helpful practice for self-forgiveness is to create a mantra. Something simple like, I am learning, I am growing, I am enough. Repeat it to yourself when the guilt creeps in. Over time, this can rewire the way you talk to yourself, replacing self-criticism with kindness. Let's talk about the ripple effect of forgiveness. When you forgive, whether it's someone else or yourself, it doesn't just heal you. It can transform your relationships and even inspire others. Think about a time when someone forgave you. How did it feel? Probably like a gift, a moment of grace that deepened your connection. When you offer forgiveness, you create space for healing and trust to grow. It's like planting a seed that can blossom into stronger, more authentic relationships. But what if the person you're trying to forgive isn't sorry? This is one of the toughest questions. Forgiveness doesn't require an apology, though it can feel like it should. Remember, forgiveness is for you, not them. It's about freeing yourself from the cycle of anger and pain. You don't need their permission to let go. That said, setting boundaries is crucial. Forgiving someone doesn't mean you have to let them back into your life or expose yourself to more hurt. You can forgive and still say, this isn't okay and I need to protect myself. Let's explore a real-life example. Imagine Sarah, who was deeply hurt by her partner's infidelity. The betrayal left her angry and heartbroken. For months, she carried the pain, replaying the moment she found out. But over time, she realized that holding on to that anger was hurting her more than anyone else. She decided to forgive, not because her partner deserved it, but because she deserved peace. She went to therapy, journaled about her feelings, and set clear boundaries for the future. Slowly, she felt the weight lift. Her forgiveness didn't erase the past, but it gave her the freedom to move forward. Forgiveness is also deeply spiritual for many people. Across cultures and traditions, forgiveness is seen as a path to inner peace. In Christianity, Jesus taught about turning the other cheek and forgiving 70 times 7. In Buddhism, letting go of attachment to anger is a step toward enlightenment. Even if you're not religious, you might find that forgiveness aligns with your values, whether it's compassion, growth, or simply living a life free of bitterness. Let's pause for a moment and try a short exercise. Close your eyes if it's safe to do so, and take a deep breath. Picture the person or situation you're holding on to. Maybe it's someone who hurt you or a mistake you made. Visualize that pain as a heavy stone in your hands. Now, imagine setting that stone down. Feel the lightness in your body as you let it go. Take another deep breath and say to yourself, I am ready to release this. This simple visualization can be a powerful reminder that forgiveness is within your reach. As we near the end of our time together, let's talk about how to make forgiveness a habit. Like any skill, it takes practice. Start small, maybe with a minor irritation, like a rude comment from a stranger. Notice how it feels to let it go instead of holding on to it. Over time, you'll build the muscle of forgiveness, making it easier to apply to bigger wounds. Another tip is to surround yourself with positive influences. Spend time with people who model forgiveness and compassion. Read books or listen to stories about others who have forgiven in difficult circumstances. Their examples can inspire you and remind you that forgiveness is possible even in the toughest moments. Finally, be patient with yourself. Forgiveness is a journey, not a destination. Some days you might feel like you've let go only to have the pain resurface later. That's normal. Each time you choose forgiveness, you're taking a step toward healing. Celebrate those steps, no matter how small. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought. Forgiveness is an act of courage. It's a gift you give yourself and, in turn, the world around you. By choosing to forgive, you're choosing to live with a lighter heart, to create space for joy, and to build bridges where there were once walls. You have the power to heal yourself and others through this beautiful, transformative art. Thank you for joining me today. If this resonated with you, take a moment to reflect on one person or situation you'd like to forgive. Start small, be gentle with yourself, and know that every step counts. Until next time, keep choosing peace, keep choosing growth, and keep choosing love.